Nobody excuse that from you until you get man enough and get courage, because you was a coward when you ran away in the first place, and you still being a coward as long as you don't muster up as a older man now and face and still gotta face those people that was hurting for a long time. The kids that was hurting on birthdays, never sent them a birthday card, and had those other little kids waving the birthday cards in front of their face, waving the dang toys in front of their face. I wonder if you ever thought about that as a dad when you just took off and you never called them and you never checked up on it. Your girls was, at the end of the day, needed you to protect them as a dad. You know, there's something that when a dude is in a girl's life and a man put their hands on her, you feel me? And that dad kicks in the door. I mean, that's like the girl's hero. But what if her dad don't do shit? Don't even get on the phone. Even if you can't physically whoop the dude, you should be able to get on the phone and find out who the hell put their hands on my daughter and make sure that nigga is hurting. Really, that's how I feel. Nobody should be able to touch your daughters. Nobody should be able to touch any of the women in your family. Even if you have to get on the phone and get reinforced for yourself. So these dads that walked away from your kids and then you still doing the same thing, they still chasing after women. Even after all these years, they still haven't found nobody. And the kids is 20 and 30, going on 40, and you still haven't got your damn life right. And you still won't confront these kids. And you still won't just say, I'm sorry to them. You just won't even pick up the phone and just say, I'm so sorry that I wasn't there for you. Maybe that's all they need to hear. Maybe that's all that they need to hear, and they good. Maybe they just needed closure. Maybe they just needed some kind of closure. And you wouldn't give it to them. That's selfish. And I believe that God see that as a sin that, actually God does see it as a sin. It's in the Bible. It says a man that will not take care of his own household, members of his own household, his own relatives, and especially his kids and his mother and father and sons and daughters. I mean, it's like you're worse than a sinner. You always been a coward, and you always will remain as a coward until you muster up from the inside of you. Why? I know that some of the mothers got spiteful and kept them away from you. I know that. But I'm talking about the ones where you deliberately outright ran and left your kids in a bad situation. And you left that woman to have to try to do it all by herself. She ain't had no other choice. And then you get mad because a woman is independent and she still want to make her own money. She can't rely on you. Your words is unreliable. She can never trust you. You lost her trust. Every time when you say you're going to do something and you lie and you never follow up, you lost her trust. You losing her every damn day. She can't trust you. So why do I need to depend on him when he never follows up on his own damn word? That means if he never holds true to his own word, that he'll never hold true to me or in any business dealing. And he'll always leave people hanging. If you can't be, I grew up in an era, and I'm almost done with this video, but I had to do this video because I was a single mom with 4 kids, and I struggle, and then people talk, they still talking about me to this day. And it's like, why don't you leave the mom alone? Why don't you leave me alone? You understand? They never messed with the dads at all. They had all type of smart. Well, why would you have kids if you can't afford them? Smart white conservative women come up to me, say some rude and disrespectful things. And I was young, you know. My main focus was get the kids to daycare center and go to work. You feel me? Because I was still trying to be a responsible young woman with all the kids. And basically, I was married, and you never know when somebody just going to take off on you and just basically abandon you and leave you with all of the kids all by yourself. You feel me? just to take off and go, there's another woman, there's another woman. Yeah, are you feeling me? And they still doing the same thing at the age of 50 and 60. And then people looking at me, how come you ain't got your life right? Nigga, I struggled. And I'm still struggling as a woman. Now, some women went off to college. My main day today was back in the 1980s. Worked that nurse assistant job because you got 4 kids, and nobody will watch your kids for you to go to the Air Force or do nothing. Not even to do my singing career. They wouldn't do it. Some people don't have that support, so they have to keep working those low-paying jobs. Stop judging people if you don't know they got them past. Because that makes me angry. Because I think about all of the struggle that I went through and all the hardship. But I made it this far. And they never gave me credit for shit. The dad never had anybody down him and crash him. I was always being battered. Like I am now. I was there for my grandkids, for my kids. Even me going through so much messed up things in my own personal life and childhood, I still was trying to raise my kids and raise myself and get my self-help in the middle of even messed up situations as parenting. But I took parenting. I was always working on myself to better improve myself. So I can never understand how come if I could do it to this point and I'm still doing it, how come dads can't come back and just say, I apologize? How come they just can't tell their kids, I apologize, I wasn't there? You know? And I bet you some of the men that is hurting so deep down inside that they have a little hollow. They don't let it get too much to them because they got to still be a man about they mess. But at the end of the day, they still got that little empty hole that, dang, I wish I had a dad around that I could talk to. You feel me? So I wonder when some of the grown men that you sit up there and escape all of that pain, and do you know who they take their anger out on when they hurt inside? That was me. And they still do it every now and then. Because they ain't got no dad, and they ain't got him to sit up there and take out that anger and how they really feel. So I've been catching the business for a long time. And I'm telling you, outside people, leave me alone. This woman is tired and she burnt out. And I did my best. And as my mom said, as long as a person did their best, you can't knock them.